My name is Mathieu. I'm the director of the Gooseberry project and the Cosmos Landromat movie. And I wanted to make you a quick tutorial about the editing process we have on the movie, the new tools there is in Blender, the way I use it. I come from an editing background. I was trained to be an editor. I know Final Cut Pro X, Avid, Premiere a bit, but I usually used Avid and Final Cut. So that's my first real job with Blender as an editor. That was part of the challenge, and that's quite interesting to do. Because the editor is quite good actually. I like the UI in Blender in general, and it's very fast to use with the keyboards and shortcuts and stuff. So I want to show you things I discovered I didn't know about, things that we developed with the team here to improve it, and how to use it. So let's go for it. So I will try the Blender build that we have from the Gooseberry branch. So it's a specific branch. Ooh, what's this? I did something wrong, sorry. So there it is. I'll put it in full screen, and I will start to edit. So I've shot a few things with Francesco for reference. Take a very simple I took a very simple case, which is you shoot something with a camera, you put some lavalier microphone to the guy you're interviewing, so you have a separate audio files which should be cleaner than your in-camera. You have to synchronize them and edit them and insert on them, and well, standard editing things. So that will help us to go through the whole process of it. So here it is. I think I've made a bookmark somewhere. The important thing about this tutorial is that I assume you know basic Blender things, so like using it, basically, knowing where to grab, to use the shortcuts, so that you understand most of the thing I will do. I will explain what is not standard, but I will not go through every simple thing like you have to left click or right click or blah blah blah. So it's dedicated for people that want to use Blender as an editing software, that are editor and are curious about it, or for people that use Blender and want to use it also for editing and learn a few tips from me and from the team of the Gooseberry project and how we use it. So here we go. So first, let's try to take Francesco's interview, ITV, this one. Ooh, what a nice looking guy. And take the audio file that goes with it, this one, which is an MP3 I've recorded with the very tiny, tiny microphone he has just here. I don't know if we can see it better. Well, anyway. So the first thing you want to do in those cases is just synchronize those two audio files. So it's quite simple, and already there is a very good new feature I love. It's really recent. That goes into the sequencer itself, so you just have to go full screen, for example, so you see the whole timeline edit you have. There we go. So you can already see that the recorded sound from the microphone is not fitting the duration of the clip, which is logical because you always not start them exactly at the same moment and stuff, so you have to synchronize them. And for this we can use the overdrop, which is a new feature. So it just basically puts an overdrop, you press V and you can adjust it to wherever you want in your timeline. So now I can always see what I'm doing as I edit, and I really like this UI since I don't necessarily like to be on multiple screens, because I love to use tablet and not mouse, and it's always a pain to have two screens. You have weird aspect ratios on your tablet and stuff, so I prefer to have good UI stuff on one screen than multiple screens. So that's a very good thing for me working on a 13-inch MacBook Pro laptop. It's super great to have those kind of stuff, super convenient. So here we go. Now we just want to see the clap, because we did a clap. So I will hide this one.
So can you just do us a clap? Like, hello, Francesco, take one.
Oh, it's not in sync. So first thing you have to do with Blender, always check you're at the right frame rate. that's good. I am 25 frames per second because we're in Europe, and I will also reduce this overall size of the movie because just to display it smaller, Blender will struggle less to go through a proper frame rate with it. And final thing, you want to tweak this to AV sync so that you have audio and video synchronized when you play back. It might drop frames, but still you can have a proper alignment from sound and image, which
Is it recording? Okay, so can you just do
if
a
you look,
clap? Like, hello, Francesco, take one.
now it looks like a clap. So yeah, this is the small tweaks you can do first, and also what I also like as an editor is to have the scrubbing tool, so that you, when you scrub through the timeline, you hear something, which can be annoying on recording a tutorial, so I will disable it, but when I work I prefer to have it. So again, V adjusts since I changed the percentage of display of the image. I have to zoom it a bit. V, enter to validate, and now we're ready to go. So the clap is here, roughly. The better way to see it is to see the waveforms. Hello waveforms, go for it too. And already there's also a new feature, which is this. So you can either turn off all waveforms or activate them for every audio strip there is in your timeline, or if I just pick one of them and say, well, I don't want to see, where are they? This one, you can use the use strip option, which will just is the previous state of Blender where you had to manually click on every strip you want to see the waveform on. So that's a bit simpler to just go through this. So now we want to see all of them, so that's easier. I can guess that this is the clap from the lavalier microphone, so just align them. I also did this before, so I know it's the clap. So now they should be in sync, and the best way to see it is you, with H, hide the real sound from camera, Alt H to unhide the microphone, and as you can see the level is not matching, so you can like boost it just to see. So as you can hear, now you don't hear me anymore, but in camera you can hear only me, almost, because I'm just on top of the microphone. So now when Francesco talks,
hi, my name is Frank, and I love my job.
So his name is Francesco, but that's not the point of this, and he loves his job, that's true. So now we do have a sync, so that's cool. And the good thing is that in most of editing software, you want to do this on a timeline or a collapsed footage, and you want this to be merged, basically. You won't be able to use this as one strip in your edits because, well, you have the sync, that's good. You don't want to mess with it again. You might want to replace the sound because you can go to Audacity, enhance it as you want, and replace it without having to go through all the cuts that you will make about this interview and having to resync every one of them. So that's kind of a pre-comp, like in After Effects. You want to be able to separate this. So it's not really possible in Blender as it is now, but there is a workaround that actually Campbell suggested, so I will show you. I've made a special UI for this, workspace for this. So I call this the video editing scenes, and you see the point is this scene where I sync Francesco's interview, I will call it sync interview. Sounds fair. Now I will instantly create a new scene, totally new, that I will call the editing, for example, which would be the movie, or you could call it movie, or whatever you want. So I'll call it edit. You just adjust the length of the edit as you wish, something like this. We don't really care. And then, so now the new feature that Campbell added is that you can add a scene strip now. So there we go. I have to remove the overdrop. I have my scene just right here. So I can not see it yet because you have to activate this, the use sequence, so it won't use the strip, the scene strip as what's happening in the 3D part of Blender, but we'll use the sequence part of Blender. So since it's a new scene, you have to adjust your settings again. Yeah, that's a bit of pain, but that's how it goes. So that's why you should have a good standard on your preference at first, if you always work with 24 or 25 or 30, blah, blah, blah. And now I have a new scene with my Francesco synchronized.
Take one.
Yeah, since it's not a default in my workspace, I still have to be sure that it's in sync. So now we can edit, and what's good again is that if I do any change in this scene, it will reflect in every sub strip I've created. So let's go for it. We'll start with the proper moment with Francesco.
Hi, my name is Frank.
So actually it's not Frank.
And then you wait like
Oh,
that for the
okay. Including the people what?
Yeah, we were not alone in the office. So
Hi,
okay, so let's start here.
hi.
By the way, I just select the beginning of the end of the strip and press Shift-S to snap it wherever I want it. So either you grab it like this, or you go somewhere and Shift-S to grab it. So that's quite convenient, and you get used to it very quickly.
Hi, my name is Francesco Sidi, and I love my job.
Piece of shit.
Yeah,
Let's do it again.
sorry. Just waiting for...
Okay, while I was playing, I just press K with the strip selected. It splits them. It just make a cut. Super convenient when you want to do some stuff on the fly, and then I just remove it. So this is the part we want to work on. So this is Francesco saying he loves his job, pressing some shortcut, some magic shortcut I've made of my computer, saying it's actually a recording of him saying piece of shit. It's something he often says in the office. So with this nice Italian accent. And I've made a few inserts of this, so let's go back to our bin workspace and select some other images we've shot for this. So I've made an insert of him in a wide shot of him. Is it in the same shot? No, it's not. So I think the wide is this one. Let me check this. No, this is the insert of his hands, and this is the wide one. Where is the wide one? Okay, I thought I had another shot. I might not. Well, that's not very important. And I've also had a funny moment like this, where he sips his coffee. Might not use it, we'll see. And I think that's it. And then there's another funny part in the back of the office, but it's in the second part. So what we can just want to do now, we don't really care about the sound for this. Use the moment where he presses the keys, just to make a short insert. So you just go through the moment you want. Shift-S again to snap it. That's where he pressed it. Cut, take it, and we have to find out where we want it. Something like this could work. And then we can even, I think, duplicate it. I just duplicate the strip, place it here, and something I really like also is a new tool, the slide tool. I think it's, I will search for it. I don't really know where it is. Well, Slip strip content. Yeah, S. So you select a clip and a strip, and you just press S, and you see the in and out points, and you grab them and move them as you want to. It's super convenient.
Piece of shit.
So since he already did it, I think he's doing it again. No, he's not. Well, we'll fake it. We'll pretend he does it twice. So we just go back to.
Piece of shit.
So we can hear he does it again. Yeah, something like this. You can make shorter since it's twice the same shot.
Piece of shit.
As you can see, this edit part is a bit weird because we cut the moment where he looks down, which feels
Piece of
some kind of weird, but the reaction when he comes back is good. So what we can do is also now we have some good snapping stuff. So actually you can snap the green timeline everywhere in every cut. So it's just page up, page down, which is again super useful. Press K to split where you want it. And now also one very useful shortcut is if you want to select everything that you have after your green timeline, you press Ctrl and left click and it selects actually everything. I don't think it's better if you see how much things there is after it. So I do again Ctrl click here and then it selects all of this again, bam. So and if I do it the other way, it selects what is in the back. So it's super useful when you want to do, well, this without messing with the rest of your edit, which is after. It's very, very convenient. So there is also another tool which is very great for this, is that the extrude tool actually. So you select everything and press E it goes quite the same. So it extends more than just grabbing. So Control just moves and puts a hole in it. And if you do the same things with A and E, it extends the bottom strip. So it really depends on the cases you want to do this. It becomes quite standard to use it very quickly. And another thing about snapping is now when you grab something and press Control, it snaps to the closest cut it can find. So that, again, in our case, it's very convenient. If I want to snap this to this, just grab Control and that's it. So that's super, super convenient. Helps a lot to be fast when you want to edit, which is often the case. So we lose some sound, that's okay. Maybe it's a bit long, so we can just, or if we want not to mess with the rest, Control click and select everything. Just fill this up.
Piece of shit.
So now it's a bit too long.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
So we might just want to stop at the, just make a cut for referencing. I want to move this a bit out. Maybe we can go for the wide shot when he's alone to feel the sadness he has. So I'll start from here, grab this, just take this part. So I use the K tool to slice as a butcher the parts I want to use. But again, once you're used to it, it gets very, very convenient to use. I also like to put this a bit higher. It's simpler to navigate. So.
Let's do it.
Might not want to use the sound anymore. And for the sound, we might want to use the rear sound from this shot. See how it looks. It's a video. Sorry. Green is sound. Okay, so we do have a sound that we can maybe put a bit lower. And you can slide also sound files with S. Again, super convenient. So getting rid of this.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have something. It's not the best edit we've ever made, but we have something. Let's just, for the sake of it, maybe see if we can have a first shot to put. Yeah, like something like he walks. Okay, so let's say you want to introduce the character. Something like this. Just take those parts, put them here.
Hi, my name is...
So, as usual, there's a little sound issue. Sound is very, very important on the editing process. So this is a bit too high again. Can go.
Hi.
And there's no fading tool yet. I really want to have a very simple tool to fade in and out point on sound files. But there's a very simple way to do it in Blender. So you just, everything is keyframeable. So you go anywhere you want, select your strip, say, press I to create, like insert to create a keyframe. Here, go to the place you want to fade it. So you can, with the snap tool, you can go to the end and adjust to 0. Press I again, so you do have keyframes. And I have created a special workspace for this. Oops, sorry. Which I call Video Editing FX, where if you select the strip you are working on, you can see the curves, the F curves that you've created, and adjust them as you want to. Well, I work on the fading kind of effect you want. So in that case, that's not very necessary, but it was just to show you. So now,
Hi.
we have a nice fading.
Hi. My name is Francesco Sidi, and I love my job.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the best editing thing I've ever made. So yeah, that's it. I think I've covered most of the things. So again, I really like this new workspace method. I think I will also go through this again with some new stuff later on, maybe when it will be related to BAM also, which is the asset manager software, because there will be a way to switch. It's in development yet still, but we might have a way to go through revision of one strip to go from like the storyboard to the layout versions to the animation versions and stuff. But it's still in development. But that's the idea. So again, big thanks to Andonis and Campbell for all the work they've made and put on this, because it's a simple tools, but it works very nice. And especially the scene strip, because I don't know if you can see it, but you can actually see in the scene strip, like meta strips, what happens in your scene. So let me just show this to you. This is the ITV scene. If I go and split stuff like this, duplicate and create some chaos in it a bit, like just to put some extra stuff. If you go back to the edit scene and zoom in this strip, well, you should see it. Yeah. Well, I will duplicate it to make it more obvious. So there you can see inside our strip, our scene strip, that the two video I've added on top. So that's quite convenient also, just to have some reminder of what's going on inside your scene strip. So that's very, very cool. Well, I think that's it. If you have questions or want to know more about this, I'm all yours. I will also show you very quickly what I've done with Francesco just later on, using the same way of working, not for the ITV stuff, but for the editing, where you just cut, slice, trim on the fly. It's super easy. Well, I can't resist. I will show you how to do it. It's so much fun. So let's go for it. Let's create a new edit very quickly. Editing music video, for example. So again, I have to put this by default. I'm sorry. No, it's a 20. Oh, that's okay. So cool. Editing music video. So I will just select the music randomly and some cool things. Oh, okay. No, it's not by default. I'm in the wrong scene. Yeah, you know, the global scene problem is that when you switch to another workspace to access some settings, well, you have to check that you're in the right scene. So 25%, 25 frame, and now that should be it. Okay, so the thing is, it's just a cool music from Shke, and we have Francesco doing things in the shower of the office. I never saw this this place before, actually, so and I was quite surprised how it looked like. So I just want to show you that it's super easy when you're used to it to work with this, because I don't need the wave. Well, I can keep it. Like if you want to make a very simple edit of something, you just like snap, go through the part you want. Like he's doing something cool here, just keeping this there. I want some very simple blurry stuff, fast. He's doing something cool again here, so I keep this. So you go through like this a bit, pick some different moment where he has cool shoes. So let's see about his shoes. There we go. So now we'll see how relaxed he is. Like he doesn't give a because he's cool. Then some cool DOP fun thing. Crazy lens effect. And yeah, like he's looking super fashionable. And maybe some very pleasant and high value close-ups with this wide lens. Could be fun too. Like this. And I know he smiles. Yeah, yes, here he is, smiling with all his teeth because he's cool. And that's my hat, by the way, so don't make jokes on his hat. And there we go. So that's how you do it. Like if you want to do it very quickly, then you grab all the things you want and adjust them as needed. So I want some insert of him quite quickly. And this is the piano part. There you go. And since everything is slow-mo, it might feel a bit slow. That's always the problem. So you might do another trick. So let's have a look. Okay, so now if you want just to put some more rhythm in it, again, super simple. Here we can just cut, take the first part that is less interesting, just slide it a bit to the blurry part. A bit earlier. Again, on the beat, you can just move it a bit later on to some other parts. It's a bit slow. Again, it's a bit slow. So you just slide through the parts you find really interesting, and sometimes you just can go randomly, almost. Okay, for example, and last final effect that can be used very often by editors for those kind of stuff is like if you want just to make a simple color correction on top of everything, well, you create an adjustment layer, go through the strip modifier, put the color balance on top of it, and you can already have a bit of fun on your footage just to see how it reacts, how it performs. Mine is a bit lower exposed, a bit green, so might want to warm it up a bit, stuff like that. Deepen a bit the darkness, the shadows. Adjust a bit the gainers without blowing up everything, and you have something a bit more dense and interesting already. Still a bit cold, but that's a very simple way of doing it, and it's works quite good. Okay, well, that's it. Again, if I managed to have some new tools, new tips, and if you have some questions or are interested in some other way of working, especially on the edit of the movie itself, if you want to, because now we have layouts and storyboards mixing, so it's also another kind of way of working, but it's a bit close to this. So again, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask them in the comments, and download the latest Gooseberry branch if you want to have those tools. Enjoy! Bye!